CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 28 of Apollo Justice. Last time, we met Maye, a friend of Trucy's sperm donor, and basically, he told us about his role in just basically doing the tricks and... Oh, what the heck? Oh, okay, good. Phew. Okay, for a second I thought my controller was on the fritz. Okay, now, yeah, we met Valant. He told us about how he helped with Lamiroir's disappearing trick. We talked to him. He doesn't care about the murder reel. He doesn't care that someone died during the show. All he cares about is the fact that Maye has gained some publicity. Anyways, did some searching. What the heck's going on with my thing? Anyways, we gotta present the videotape to Lamiroir.
We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second time.
Thank you. That reminds me. That was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleport from one stage to the other, remember? Ah, yes. Apparently, they hired a professional magician, and for some reason, I felt that he was a giant jerk, and yet that resonated with me.
Maye! I was wondering, you think you could tell us how it was done?
I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Gramaye made me swear to never tell a soul.
I was afraid of that.
Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know, Polly. I am reminded that I wish to speak to you about something.
Yes?
When I was walking this hallway before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor.
Now we can look at it! Seriously? Device, maybe you mean this.
That's been lying here since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? I thought as much.
What? What do you think?
This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff wears one during a concert. I wonder
whose that is.
We used it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing.
We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll get to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him.
Yes, that's best. Thank you.
So, can I put it on? How's it attached to Trucy?
Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Polly.
Robophobic! You are doing robot face! Must teach privilege! Kibo just going on a rampage. Kibo bursts into the wall like some Terminator. Must teach privilege! Must make sure they learn their privilege!
Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry.
No, I don't know why my throat is feeling tight today.
Can I ask you about this headset, Lamiroir? You said that all coaster staff are wearing one.
That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on staff had one, of course. And all of the band members too, I should think.
So Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them on too, then.
I love how, apparently in Apollo's eyes, all of Klavier's bandmates are his lackeys. Like they're his backup crew.
They're quite helpful, though limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only used for use on stage, and a stronger signal would interfere with the sound system.
That makes sense. You'd think someone who would notice if they dropped their only communication lifeline. So why was this one lying here?
I know, I didn't mean to do this. Ugh, come on. Okay, now can we go? Now can we basically investigate other places? Okay, here we go. Lamiroir's dressing room, finally. Yes, and we get Emma.
Uh-oh! There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever.
Oh, am I supposed to be happy? Am I supposed to be happy that some fop screwed me over in court today? You give me the second degree in court, and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. I'm like Gumshoe now.
You're talking about the blood-stained Mr. LeTouse left.
My department chief had a field day with that one. I was chewed up by Gumshoe. You know how that's like, Apollo? I got chewed up by Gumshoe! The guy with the lowest pay in the history of the police department! He still has the lowest pay! Even a blind person can see the show wasn't blind funny guy, huh? But the bloody stain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all.
Now we know that Mr. LeTouse was really with Interpol.
We wouldn't have found that out without you.
Frankly, I'm surprised. Oh my gosh, I am sorry. I can't believe I didn't make a Lang joke. That basically Lang coming out here and basically busting heads. Really, you think that Lang, considering how he has like this pack mentality, would basically here's an ancient agent of Interpol, an Interpol agent is killed at a Gavinners concert. He's gonna go on a rampage, starting arresting people. Okay, pretty boy, I'm arresting you first. Ugh, I'm innocent. Haha, nice try. As Lang Z says, every rose has its own. Lang Z didn't say that. Oh, and how do you know Lang Z didn't say that? Lang Z comes up with all wisdom in this world.
Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. That was my reward.
Are chocolate Zaku's popular down at the precinct or something?
I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest. You're not gonna find any clues in here. Though I did find something strange. Something strange.
Now, come on, no. Bad controller, bad controller.
I met the embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure. Wow, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year.
If only it worked that way. In that case, Trucy, I have fulfilled my quote for the next 70 years.
It just bugs me to think that little kid outsmarted me. And it makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct and could have shot the revolver. But that's not how it sounded in Lamiroir's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Daryan's voice at the scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? Instead, all we get are get obfuscating the truth with phase pieces. Badger violence. Balloons being used to crush presidents, and this.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Was that true what you said in the court today? You know, about the case? And how everything was happening according to those song lyrics?
The guitar serenade, you mean?
I found the link, you know. First, prosecutor Gavin's heart-tip keyring was stolen.
Unfortunately for Klavier, he didn't have anyone in his embrace that night.
Then Lamiroir threw through the air. Then prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught on fire. And in the end, a bullet took Mr. LeTouse's life. And he went up into the sky with a guitar. Well, 30 feet up at least. It's kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know, and I found it. You think the same person did all this?
Don't ask me, I didn't do it!
Neither did I. I couldn't fit through that air vent anyways.
Apollo, if you know what's best for you, you best keep your mouth shut.
What? You all think I did it?
Trucy, look at the facts. Sometimes I worry about that girl. That girl ain't right.
Yes, I am, Polly. That's my last name. So what did you find? It's so little, I must have passed it over yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is it? There's some device, I think. I haven't a clue of what. The bit sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Ooh, like on a beetle? Or Polly? Like on a cell phone. This device was using an electronic signal of sorts. An electronic signal, you say?
Okay, I believe now we have to present the switch.
Do you think that you could take a look at this?
A small device. Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter. You press the switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for, though.
A signal? You mean an electronic signal?
No, Apollo. The signal from your television.
What is it, Polly?
Say, Emma, you know that strange object you said you found?
Oh, this?
Let me try pressing this switch.
Ouch! It's on fire! Emma's device is on fire! What's the big idea?
Ugh!
Well, now we know what this is, an igniter. This part here must work as a lighter.
And then Blaze, he looks at that and he just shakes his head.
You know, it's really sad, the shoddy craftsmanship. You want a lighter? Here's a lighter.
Blaze pulls out his lighter and just fires off a 30-foot column of flame.
And now he lit me up, that's for sure.
Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose.
I suppose at least we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Polly, let's ask Emma more about this switch. Now that she has some first-hand experience. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive?
Come on, it was just a few sparks.
Says you weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with you two talking. That's right, I ship Apollo.
Yes, Trucy is an Apollo shipper. Personally, when it comes to Apollo, I'm a June Apollo shipper.
Anyways, now that we know that this is a remote for an igniter.
Let me see that for a second.
Well,
this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lamiroir's dressing room, that covers the backstage completely.
Yeah, but what about interference from, I don't know, the floor and ceiling?
It also looks like it would cover the stage.
it kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage.
Guess I'd better be getting on with my investigation.
We're off to look for more clues elsewhere then.
I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck.
I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself.
Apollo, what are you thinking? Apollo, he wants to get out of the anything agency. Okay, let's head out. Anything in the Gavinners' dressing room? Just want to double check that I'm not having 1,000 different blocks. I don't know. Okay, finally, we're moving on.
What come to life with the murderer? Daryan!
That old bag opens her pipe poo, and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't let me work while I'm a suspect.
Daryan isn't in the best of moods, is he?
Not many people are these days, it seems.
It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out.
Then Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid! Look, if you want to talk about the case, talk to someone else, okay? Don't want Gavin having another one of his hissy fits, like the diver he is. You wanna know what happened when someone brought him regular water instead of sparkling water? He threw the bottle against the wall, and I crap you not. He threw it against the wall and then proceeded to go on a 5-minute rant about how he wants mineral water because apparently it keeps his skin in pristine condition for the floor lines, and that apparently by depriving him of that, they are defacing they are doing crimes against humanity. And don't even get me started on his mum. She's crazier than him. The guitar serenade, eh? Classic tearjerker, that one. You don't think he based it on real experience, do you? Probably not. He writes my feelings more than memory. Ew, you mean the song just kind of came to him? Yeah, something like that. I guess you could call him a genius. Of course, he changes the song lyric on a whim, drives me up the wall.
He makes his court cases on a whim sometimes too.
He changed the lyric to a song just before our recording the other day even. Wants to put in this line about a university student obsessed with girls, whatever. Yes, apparently Klavier just takes, Klavier, he takes, remember, he just doesn't admit it. Klavier wants to put Wesley Stickler into his songs.
Why does that sound strangely familiar?
Of course, it always turns out good in the end. That's his talent, I suppose. Look, yes. Look, okay, I thought he was going to do something about the thing. Oh, come on, Daryan. I just want to show Daryan everything. Okay. Already presented that. Already presented. Okay. Your alibi.
So about your alibi.
You have to ask. The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set.
That's right. The music was blurry when we heard those gunshots. I found Mr. LeTouse dead.
I've got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too. Granted, only 2,000 of them, less than 2,000 of them were interested in me at the time. But I still have people, I found girls. Right there on the stage.
Your guitar playing was something else.
Thanks, little lady. See? The whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work.
There's no need to yell at me. It's Lamiroir's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime.
Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. How could she possibly identify me?
They won't let you work?
They won't let me work. Gavin says I've got to lay low till the suspicion is cleared. What's a suspicion? I can be such a stick in the mud.
Mr. Gavin, a stick in the mud?
Oh, he may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed, like when his brother was arrested. Oh God, don't remind me of that. God was sitting on his couch all day, wouldn't write songs, wouldn't play, wouldn't go to meet and greets. All he'd do is sit on his couch, just sobbing and crying like some kind of little girl. You hear him whining the other day?
Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board?
And then there was the performance just now. What was that all about?
This part is off.
Which is that? Second guitar? Oh, crap! Oi! It was you, Daryan! He's just a perfectionist, is all. Not a bad guy, really.
Well, I think the Gavinners are the best. I have all your albums.
The band's fine too. Gavin can write a good tune. I'll give him that.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much.
Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely.
The prosecutor's office? I've never been there before, have I?
The dad all the victim should have coming from Interpol. Normally I'll be down there dealing with it, normally. And oh, that's the other thing. You think Gavin would thank me for dealing with that weird Zangfar leather man who goes on about wolves and Langsy this, Langsy that? If I have to hear Langsy in another phone call one more time, I'm gonna go ballistic and poke someone's eyes out with my pompadour.
Apollo, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office.
Really? Kinda sad. You'd think that Edgeworth would at least let Trucy visit one time. What, is Trucy not good enough? The enclave for the holy sanctorium of his office?
Maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Right on. We'll go visit Uncle Edgeworth. He'll know what to do.
And then Trucy bursts into Edgeworth's office. Edgeworth is watching his Seal Samurai video on his laptop.
Hi, Uncle Edgeworth.
Ah! Trucy! What are you doing here?
What you watching, Mr. Uncle Edgeworth?
I was just researching a case, that's all.
It sounds like the Steel Samurai. Are you a fan of the Steel Samurai, Mr. Edgeworth?
Justice, don't make me hurt. Don't make me talk to you. He knows too much. Come shoot!
Right on, Mr. Edgeworth. Put me down!
And then Gumshoe takes Apollo. Sorry, pal, but you gotta go away now. And then Gumshoe just tosses Apollo out the window. Ah!
Bye, Polly.
Say hi to me, okay? Aaron, screw you! Yes, Daryan's taking my lines now. And tell him I walked into that crime scene.
Where we going now?
Hey, wait.
Yes?
What do you really think happened, really?
You don't...
You don't think I did it, right?
Well...
Great, why you still a guy with some confidence? Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping! Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Don't let Sandball getting your thought take me down. Get this one wrong and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself.
Let's not talk to him anymore, alright?
Detective Daryan Crescent. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice.
Klavier's office. And meanwhile, Edgeworth would have a conniption if he came in here. Not only is the place disorganized, but hey, Klavier's office is dedicated to his guitars.
So, this is it. The Gavinners' head office.
It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, so why am I asking? What is this creepy thing, object, whatever? Ma, what is this basket? Why are there so many pills? Why do you have fertility pills in the basket, Mama?
Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind that bookshelf real quiet like.
That's eavesdropping!
It's only eavesdropping if you get caught, Polly. Why? We just be waiting. Quietly, so you didn't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? We'll blackmail him forever, Polly.
She'd make a good reporter for a gossip magazine.
What? A replica? So why was he after in the first place? Yeah, LeTouse.
LeTouse?
Look, don't talk to me about those Virginians, okay? Just get me that report, chop chop. And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? It's times like this that I start to miss Daryan. Huh?
Hiya!
Teehee. Just thought we drop in. Hope you're not mad.
No, I'm not angry. I'm furious! How could I be? There's not enough teehee in the world in any case. Have a seat.
Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist.
Watch and learn, Polly.
So, who have you come to see?
Huh?
Klavier, lead vocalist for the Gavinners? Or Prosecutor Gavin, coach of the courtroom?
What do you think he means, Apollo?
I think it means that he doesn't like to show his true colors. I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask about the concert or the case, or his numerous psychological issues that he's been suppressing. Which way to go?
Examine the guitars!
Look at all the guitars! Why so many?
You can never have too many guitars. They are like my lovers. And notice how I have it.
Then why is there an empty hook? Why are there two empty hooks on the wall then?
Ach!
Why are there two empty spaces there?
Ach! Simple forehead. One is for my baby, which is on the table, which has been banned to a Christian at concert, and the other one is for the guitar that represents Fraulein Detective, ja.
You can now. I didn't just hear him say that. Why are you doing those poor guitars?
They're backup guitars, Polly. Don't you know anything? Rock and rollers always smash the guitars at the end of a show.
No wonder it's so hard to make it as a musician.
You know what? Maybe you should try rocking a little, Polly.
And breaking his guitars while he watches? That might be a little too rocky.
Of course, I would never do such a thing. Did I not say they are like my lovers? Do I seem like the kind of man who would do such a thing to the one he loves? I'm not my brother, you know.
No, not at all. I mean, you're Mr. Gavin, upsetting prosecutor.
What happened to Prosecutor Gavin? God of Rock!
Klavier has his speaker tail that just plays his theme. I can imagine Edgeworth trying to deliver to his Klavier! Yeah, the music is blaring. Prosecutor Gavin! Klavier just ignored it. Prosecutor Gavin! I have a case report for you! Prosecutor Gavin!
Wow, look at that stereo.
Ah, to me, a life without music is inconceivable. I never turn down the volume, even when I'm working on a case.
That's such a huge speaker. It must be really loud.
This room is completely soundproof, of course.
Really? At my place, I can hear when the neighbors turn their VCR on to record something.
Maybe you can get Mr. Right to talk to them. Work something out.
And lately, we've been getting complaints about Apollo's voice training.
Maybe I'll go have a word with Mr. Right too.
What's on the plate there?
Is that gum?
Gum.
Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang, so he put it on the plate for later consumption.
You think a rock star could afford a fresh stick?
Don't jump to any conclusions now. You better not. I better not see any articles about me not being able to afford gum in the paper. Otherwise, I am suing your asshair forehead. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering. Should I? Yes, should I? Yes, sorry.
What is that? It looks like a lump of plastic.
Wait, that phone call.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing, object, whatever?
Looks like Prosecutor Gavin's on the phone.
What, a replica? So why was he after in the first place? Yeah, LeTouse.
Prosecutor Gavin, does this have something to do with Mr. LeTouse?
Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you?
Who, us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to.
Hey, you were the one digging for a scandal, Miss Reporter!
To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently, it's a motto of something undercover agent Mr. LeTouse was after. Ugh, Graham burping. Burping like crazy.
Miss Lamp.
Would you mind telling us what you know about it?
Okay, thought I was clicking on the case files. Okay.
The display shows all the evidence for the case.
Look, Apollo, he's got 3 televisions.
Hey, don't look at those too closely. I'm still sorting out the details.
Each writer shows evidence from a different case. He does them all at once?
I wish I had 3 TVs.
What would you possibly do with 3 television sets?
Simple. I'd watch the Steel Samurai on one. I'd be recording new episodes of Electric Samurai Boogaloo on the other, and on the third I'd be watching the Magic Channel. I may look laid back and relaxed, but in reality I'm quite busy, you know. I'm living life at turbo speed, doing magic, going to school, investigating cases. But if I had 3 big TVs, I could watch a magic video, do my homework, and catch a crime drama all at once.
The versions seem useful, I suppose.
What's wrong, Polly? You look confused.
I was just wondering where the work chair in this office was.
You're looking at my favorite chair right now.
That's a massage chair, isn't it?
That is an ergonomic adjustable office.
I love the ones with the vibrating rollers on your back. Those feel great. Did I say something wrong?
No, I merely realized the futility of an explanation. Okay. Yeah, meanwhile, Edgeworth, he gets pissed off right here because Klavier's just blaring his guitar. Gumshoe, smash that stereo! Will do, Mr. Edgeworth! And then Gumshoe bursts into the office with a sledgehammer. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, gotta break the stereo! Psh, what are you doing? And then Sebastian comes in. Hey, Mr. Gavin! Mr. Edgeworth said you might want some music, so I brought you my SIG mixtape! Ah, let's play it. And then Klavier turns on, it's Cory in the House, the Cory in the House theme song. Yeah, that's right, I watch anime. The view is exhilarating, ja. I sit here gazing down upon this idiot, writing my songs.
Try working on a case!
It is the same thing. I write lyrics the same way I corroborate evidence. It is a harmony between the logical mind and the primal spirit within.
Is it so hard to admit that you like staring out your window and daydreaming?
Ah, I'll admit to that when you admit to bluffing all your cases, have forehead. Okay. Okay, apparently the filing cabinet is nothing.
That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this.
That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it?
I thought it was the one of the staff playing a gag on me. I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I especially analyzed the guitar, incidentally.
Did you find anything out?
He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results came up with but CzarThwomp, what am I, Smoogie to you? But the results he came up with were intriguing.
Intriguing? How does that guitar tie in everything that went on?
Sounds like something we should ask about.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll basically ask and then we'll finish the episode off. Ah, that reminds me. Did you see a paper today?
Yes, I always read the TV section.
Good guess. How about you, have forehead?
I read the funnies!
Then you will not have seen this. You will not have read true art.
Oh yes, I am truly deprived. Concentrashi, the prosecutor's deadly song.
Ooh, is this a new show? I haven't heard about that one.
It's not a show. It's an article. News, you know.
Oh, does this have anything to do with the case?
Since getting back from the trial, my phone's been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed all the way to death row? And the latest one from my brother. And in his words, Christoph's phone got Klavier. So Klavier, how does it feel to know that your atrocious music has finally killed a man? I knew this would happen, Klavier. I knew someone would die of that trivial that you call music. Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless. Thanks to the case you made today, of course.
That was all Apollo's idea.
Hey! Is that newspaper over there too?
Ah, yes, the Bulgarian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look. And then meanwhile, Poliano, he's just saying that he's shaking his head.
The Bulgarian Daily Bugle? You might as well call it Lying Newsday. The Newsday of Lies. It's the lying paper. A paper full of lies.
Oh, thanks, but I can't read Bulgarian.
Oh, that's right. Suffice to say, this is big news over there as well. So they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song.
Probably no one in Bulgaria could believe it.
It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. The journalists don't see the need to mention it.
Well, that makes sense. I only know what to think of it myself.
Lamiroir's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I imagine. Which is why I've had Daryan step down from the investigation for now.
Yeah, we ran into him moping around the Coliseum.
Lamiroir was my invited guest, so it's a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case, quickly if possible. Okay, feeling some mucus building up.
I really love that song. It had such a great atmosphere to it.
You co-wrote with Lamiroir, if I remember correctly.
That's right. It was last year. I had gone to a tour of Bulgaria's legal system, as a matter of fact.
And that's when you heard Lamiroir's voice?
It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting.
Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout.
I think he's sort of a special case, Trucy.
Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote the songs right there backstage. Sorry, I had some mucus. Machi on piano, that dulcet voice, and myself on a guitar that I bought from Lamiroir.
And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like Polly, say.
It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this. And that very guitar is right over there.
You mean this CzarThwomp?
Don't call it a lump. That's a piece of history, Polly. It's like the Declaration of Independence, Polly, or the Samurai Spear. And it's only borrowed, not really charred. It's brown, not really charred.
No matter, I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have.
What happened during that song anyways? Why did this guitar suddenly catch on fire?
Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, slightly burnt guitar?
I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it?
It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamiroir.
How did it end up here?
She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made it a present. And she made a present of it.
So this guitar is from Bulgaria.
That is it. We couldn't carry it onto the plane. Changes in airbrush and humidity ruins the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lamiroir's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched.
City prosecutors do have a lot of clout.
I still think he's a special case.
Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burnt.
What was it you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar?
That's right. What was that all about?
Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called the sound hole.
Oh, so that's what it's called.
Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort.
A broken device.
Yeah, this in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however. So you'll be checking this out once he's finished with everything else.
Oh, the device looks strangely familiar.
This was found in Mr. LeTouse's bag. It's apparently a replica of something.
A replica? It's a small lump about 1.5 inches long.
We analyzed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever this is a replica of.
You mean whatever Mr. LeTouse was after?
That seems to be the most logical explanation.
Well, what was it?
Don't ask me, Fräulein.
Oh, if you don't want to tell us, you could just say so.
I put in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Bulgaria. But apparently there is a blocker in information somewhere along the chain.
Oh?
Something Interpol doesn't want to tell Bulgaria. Something about this little piece of plastic.
Mr. LeTouse went through all that trouble to become Lamiroir's manager. Just to come to this country to find out more about this lump? And he died for it?
I sent someone to the Colosseum to fetch Lamiroir. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Bulgarian. Okay. My apologies, but there's no way I'm going to talk details about the case with you. If you want to get my attention, bring me something dramatic.
I'm not here to get your attention, Gavin! I'm here to get your information!
The guitar sounded, might I ask, did you enjoy it?
It's a lovely song. I got all teary-eyed.
Ah, yes, the curse song that turned a concert into a tragedy, wasn't it?
I was singing it for you, Fräulein.
Wow, that's so special.
It was Lamiroir singing, actually.
I am glad you were moved. It is that kind of song.
Ugh! I run out of snide comments!
Impossible! Apollo can't run out of snide comments! That's like Klavier running out of smug! Yeah, Klavier doesn't want to talk about his keys. Okay. Yeah, I believe we could just get away with showing the igniter.
It has to be one of these.
What is it, Polly?
Is that
That device that was on your guitar. Take a look at this.
Why, that looks like the same thing. What is it?
It's an igniter.
Another one?
It was at the crime scene in Lamiroir's dressing room. The Texas guy found it, actually.
At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk about.
Oh?
Thanks for dropping by, Hair Forehead.
Thanks.
Why, you gave me so much information. That igniter, for example.
Oh, that?
I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just being a tad naive,
I guess I could have hit it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I can say the same thing to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for the information about the strange lump of plastic. The one that Mr. LeTouse was investigating.
Hey, that's right.
I've been thinking, Her Forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives, all of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. That is why I try to at least remain simple inside. And I keep a simple goal, to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah? That is all.
I can live with that.
Mr. Prosecutor,
Fraulein?
can I ask why you sing in a band?
Because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street.
That's pretty simple too.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps? Okay, I think now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. Be coming back for the next one. If you like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. I'll see you next time. Bye.